I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Hey Brahmins, it is week 2 of the second 9 weeks, and today is report card day here on main campus. You should be receiving those through your second period homeroom class. That's going to go home today. If you do not have a second period, or perhaps you're off campus and you're watching these announcements, just swing by the main office. We can get a copy for you printed that you can pick up. But you can always get on Skyward to see what those grades are. So just remember that quarter 1 is 40% of your semester average. Now this quarter 2 will also be 40%. And then the last 20% is going to come from your semester exam. So if you get into the newsletter that I sent out last night here for main campus, it's going to kind of give you a breakdown of this 9 weeks and show you that it's a little bit shorter than last 9 weeks for instructional time because of semester exam week. So it's very important that you stay on top of your grades as you are going week by week and not getting behind. All right, I want to have an announcement also in that newsletter. There is a link to sign up for the ASVAB test. This is the military aptitude test. We only give that like twice a year. And so that's happening tomorrow, but you have to sign up ahead of time. So there is a link to take that test. It's about a 3-hour test. The military recruiters will be here in the morning, and you need to be here ready to go by 7:30. If you have signed up for that test, this is the last day that you can sign up for that. And I think I'll save the Stuff the Bus winning announcement for the end.
Good morning. I just have one announcement. Hey, seniors, there's like 298 of you, right? Okay. Only 50 of you have signed up to graduate with a cap and gown. 50. So that needs to happen sooner rather than later, since the deadline is December 1st, which you think December 1st, I've got 2 months. You're right. But it quickly approaches, and we need to get that in now. So please make sure, if you are planning to walk with us at graduation, that you submit that order. I will send out another link soon to your email. And I know Ms. Myers will put that somewhere else, probably in the newsletter for next week, just because only 50 of you. So yeah, we want to see you graduate. That's all I have.
When I saw that, I thought for sure that's a mistake.
Nope.
It's not. Right. Okay. And by the way, November 1st is next week. Just putting that in perspective. Okay.
Good morning. Do you guys know that we had 2 OHS teams qualify for regionals within the last week? We have our volleyball team headed over this Wednesday to play American Heritage. I believe that's on Wednesday. So congratulations, girls. Great job. Rooting for you. And the cross country team, both boys and girls, have qualified for regional. So big deals in both of those sports. Great job, coaches, and to the kids. Thank you, Lindsay Saucedo, for sending that information in for cross country. I also want to recognize JROTC. They went over this weekend, took 3rd place in the male competition, in the male category overall, and then 3rd place in the fitness challenge. So wonderful job for you guys as well. It's hard to get up on those Saturday mornings and go do that, but great job to everybody. Also, Mr. Thomas wanted to make sure that all of the seniors who wish to be recognized for senior night coming up, I believe that's November 4th,
Yes.
That you get your cards filled out in full and get them to him as soon as possible. I think he's still short a few. If you are a athlete or an ROTC person or band, you've probably already got those cards in your hand. Just get them filled out and turned back in ASAP. If you have any questions about that, please see Mr. Thomas.
Good morning, freshmen. We have open access starting today to the Take Stock in Children Scholarship. This is the only scholarship I can offer to freshmen every year, so it is a very big deal. Last year we had 19 recipients, and those students, as long as they graduate, they will earn a scholarship that's roughly $20,000-ish in value. It pays tuition for 2 years for Indian River State College, and then for 2 years after that to a state university. So basically, up through your bachelor's degree, tuition paid. The applications, I will send the information to you that has the electronic application, yes, in your email. And then if you need a paper application, you can see either Ms. Fonseca here in my office, or Mr. Clark will have them as well. So those, it's a rolling application, meaning it'll go on for a while and they'll announce the winners at the end. But priority is given to, as far as date, there is priority. So the sooner you get that taken care of, the earlier, get that back to us. We're going to top that 19 number this year. I know we're going to hit at least 20 this year. And so it's very exciting to be able to give that opportunity to our freshmen. Also, just a reminder, because freshmen, this is new to you, this whole semester test thing. So when you get that report card today, scan for those A's, because some of you probably have more than a couple. Now, here's what you need to do. Aim for another A next 9 weeks, because if you get 2 A's, one for quarter 1 and one for quarter 2, then on the semester test day, you will not have to take that exam. You will be exempt. So there are students who potentially could start their winter break on, I don't know, maybe by the 19th or the 20th, they'd be done. And because testing will at least be those last 3 days. So if you have those A's, shoot for A's again. If the grades are below a C, Ms. Coleman's going to be here to talk to you through your English classes about how to get that GPA up and what needs to happen. But remember, C's or better are going to keep you safe across the board. So something to shoot for this quarter.
All right. Want to end today's announcements with a shout out. Thank you to all of the homerooms who participated in the Stuff the Bus drive, the donation drive that we had last week. All of the items that are collected are going to go to our neighbors who were affected by Hurricane Ian, and going to those schools to help out the students that go there and their families. All right, so congratulations to Miss Fairchild's class. She was the winner with the most items next week. Miss Fairchild, you guys will have a sweet treat tomorrow to be able to celebrate your victory. So thank you all so much for participating. We have really shown out in how the Brahmins have participated in that part of the Brahmin way about helping our community. Over $550 was raised for End the Hunger. For homecoming week, we had almost 37, so it was almost $4,000 raised for the Go Gold. So we're really on track. I love that a lot of you have bought the Pink Out shirts because that's our current fundraiser through the month of October. So we have another week there of selling those Pink Out shirts. So if you haven't got one, see Miss Adams to order yours. All right. Thank you guys so much. Make it a good one, as together we
move forward.
It'd be great.
And be Brahmins.
All day.
Whoa, what are you wearing?
What do you mean? Today is Halloween and it's the costume contest.
Costume contest.
Every year we trick or treat and have a costume contest. Whoever has the funniest, scariest, and best costume wins the contest. You should participate and it's a lot of fun.
Wow, that sounds like a lot of fun. Whoa, so many options. I wonder what I should choose. Oh my god, it's perfect.
Hey, what's happening out there? Oh my god, is that the Grim Reaper?
Look, I found a costume.
That's a great costume. Let's go to the contest now.
Okay. Join us on October 31st for our annual Halloween extravaganza.
Make sure your costume follows dress code and is school appropriate.
to this month's wellness video. My name is Katherine Williams, and I'm the Director of Mental Health and Behavioral Supports. It's great to see you again. Scott Biggins is also joining us today. He is one of our behavior interventionists. Last month in September, we discussed signs and symptoms of mental illness, plus the stigma that sometimes follows that. We discussed that we want to remove that stigma by learning more about mental health and teaching others. We talked about suicide prevention and having positive supports in our lives. This month in October, we want to define, discuss, and review coping and coping strategies. We also call it self-care.
Okay, let's get started. Before we dive in, we want to establish a few ground rules for our classrooms. As we present our topics, these ground rules will help us to have productive and respectful discussions, as well as safe learning environments within our classrooms. Our first ground rule is that we should all listen with an open mind. We need to respect each other's beliefs and opinions, even if we do not agree. We will avoid personal stories. It is okay to ask questions and to share information with the class. However, we want to be sure to leave individuals' names out of the stories or questions. Next, we will also be supportive of one another. We will not tease or make fun of anyone or anything that is said in this class. We will listen when someone is speaking, and only one person will speak at a time. We will be respectful. Our last and most important ground rule is that whatever is shared in this room stays in this room. This is a safe space to speak and ask questions. What is said in this room should not be gossiped about later in the hallways, cafeteria, classrooms, or on social media. However, please know that we want you to discuss with your parents and guardians the materials that is presented in our videos. It is important to note that if a student discloses harmful behavior or potential harmful behavior to any adult, that adult is required by law to report that behavior.